they go through prosecution for illegally entering the border, and while they go through prosecutions for immigration proceedings. If we close the loopholes, we can keep the families together, which is what they did in the last administration until a court ruled that we can no longer do that. After 20 days, we have to release both unaccompanied children and accompanied children, which means that we cannot detain families together. The only option is to not enforce the law at all. 49 Democratic senators have co-sponsored a bill which would block border enforcement. Amid the media uproar, 49 Democratic senators have co-sponsored a bill which would block border enforcement and allow millions of young men and women easy access to the U.S. job market, providing they also bring a child. California's Sen. Dianne Feinstein's Keep Families Together Act would bar law enforcement officials from detaining migrants who bring children northwards. The draft bill says, an agent or officer of a designated agency shall be prohibited from removing a child from his or her parent or legal guardian, at or near the port of entry or within 100 miles of the border of the United States. Introduced in Senate, June 7, 2018. S. 3036, to limit the separation of families at or near ports of entry. In the Senate of the United States, June 7, 2018, Mrs. Feinstein, for herself, Mr. Schumer, Miss Harris, Mr. Leahy, Mrs. Murray, Mr. Wyden, Mr. Durbin, Mr. Reed, Mr. Nelson, Mr. Carper, Mr. Menendez, Mr. Sanders, Mr. Casey, Miss Klobuchar, Mrs. Shaheen, Mr. Warner, Mr. Merkley, Mr.